Trying to give you some ideas on how to add some notes with your chords, because it is fun when you can, sit around and do things like... Alright, today some simple things we can do for entry-level guitar players trying to add riffs with our chords. I always like to think of a 1-4-5 progression. In this case, we'll use 7 chords, so I'm going to play an A7 here on fret 5, finger 2s on string 3, fret 6, and finger 3s on fret 7, string 5. If I slide that all up to fret 10, then I get the D7, which is a 4 chord of A. And then we've slided up 2 more, I get an E7, which is a 5 chord up from A. If we count it up, A, B, C, D is 4 and E is 5. Maybe get this cool swinging thing going where we get this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and now we can go all the way up to our 5 chord 1 and 2 and 4 and D 2 and 3 and back to our A 2 and 3. You can slide all the way up and end on the E if you want. Now I'm just showing you these chords so you can kind of see a little bit more on your fretboard on things we could do. Now to add some notes to that and maybe come up with your own riff, we could think about the blues scale and adding the major third in with it, where we get this. And in this case, what I wanted to work on adding this riff would be, we would be hammering from fret 5 string 3 to 6, and then grabbing string 4 on fret 7 with finger 3. Then going up to string 5 on fret 7. Notice how I came in with finger 2 there. So we get this. Maybe you want to get that for a little bit. And we could count it as 1 triplet, 2, and 1 triplet, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to fret 5 string 4. 1 triplet, 2, and 3. Maybe we could end it with and 4 and. So then I went down to string 3 on fret 5. So we get 1 triplet, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So it's pretty hard to get back to that A right away if I use that last note. So that could be tough. 1 triplet, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. My finger's already on the A, so I can leave it there, bring it up a string. And 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. So I'm hammering. And then I come back to 7. You can even come back to this string to end it. So that'd be one cool riff if you can get it, and we could use it everywhere where we're like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 and 3 and 4 and slower would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 and 3 and 4 and... So I'm coming back here to this 5th string, I'm hammering, going back with finger 3, coming all the way down to string 3, and then back to my A7 chord. Pretty cool riff if we used it over top of each chord. We could do something like 1, and I'll do it slow, and 4, and 1 triplet, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 triplet, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1 triplet, 2, and 3, and 4, and back, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 triplet, 2, and 3, and 4, and E, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now those 2 chords on the turnaround, we only get a 1 count of 4 and 1 count of 4 for this particular progression. So maybe we want to get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And then we could end there. So not a lot of time to do anything here because we've only got 4 counts. We could do something like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So we get this 3. I'm bending down so I get this close to this 3rd, 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and basically just bending string 3 down on fret 12, coming back to fret 14, back to 12 and 14 for 3 and 4 and we come back to here 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and we could do it there too, 1 and 2 and 3, 1, and then we got to end. So coming from here again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and then end. 1 and 2 and 3 and... The hardest part is keeping the timing going and not messing up your beats. That's what makes it sound cool when it can stay flowing, the music. So maybe you want to get good at first getting these rhythms down, counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now in this particular progression, I did 4 times on the A, then I went to the D for 2, back to the A for 2, then I went to E for 1 count of 4, back to D for 1 count of 4, ending on coming back to my A and resolving back to E. So pretty cool. You can mess around with things like that, even just doing things like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Something simple, 3 and 4 and looks simple, but if you've never played leads with chords before, it can be tough in trying to figure out how to piece it all together so it sounds like something. That's why I'm using my counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So that was a hammer, 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and something even simpler. And hopefully you know your blues pattern there in the 5th fret. That's basically the notes I'm using, and I'm adding this 3rd here. So I'm thinking a lot of the blues scale. And if we have a D7 here, we can have a D7 here. Basically just bringing these down 1, and I've got finger 1 on string 5, finger 3's on 4, pinky's on 2, of course finger 1's barring all of 5. And what makes this sound like a 7 is this C right here in the D7 chord. Looks a lot like D7 here, and here's our C, and here's a D chord. But if I flip this finger and I put it on the 1st fret, now I've got the 7th degree of the scale with this D chord, so we call it a D7. And this is the same way of playing D7 here. So now we could do something here using all these same notes. I'll do that on the next tutorial. For now, I just wanted to try to get you understanding to get your 1, 4, 5 chords in the key of A, which is A, D, and E. And in this case, we're using all 7s. And trying to give you some ideas on how to add some notes with your chords. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So maybe you want to practice getting 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 4. You can see my hands kind of back here for that note, and all of a sudden I come in this way, but I don't have my hand like this. Bad way of playing. Still it's down, but I'm learning to pivot ever so slightly, just so my fingers can get up there, right? If I'm hitting this note. So some tricks on how to try to get your hand into these different shapes. I see a lot of people coming in like this, and not a good way to play. Alright, so I hope that helps you get some notes together with your chords for today. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now. Have a great day. If you haven't clicked on subscribe, we'd really appreciate your support. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And for those of you who have subscribed and are supporting our channel, we really appreciate it. And we're working very hard on getting an online website where you can go and learn all your theory. And those are things that I'm doing on the side, getting videos built for that, as well as posting things on YouTube. So take care, everybody, and have a great day. Bye for now.